Welcome to my channel. So today um, I'm going to show you how to make your own feed. So we'll be mixing the feed. I bought the ingredients yesterday, so today we are going to try them probably for 2-3 hours, and then we start mixing. So done that, then we start the mixture. Okay, so please subscribe to our channel if you've not yet subscribed. Okay, hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime we bring in we upload new videos. Okay, without further ado, let's go to the mixing. Okay, so as you can see here, we are doing the mixing, and before actually that is actually I'm removing all the iron ingredients from the bags. So they are packaged in different bags with ingredients. At this stage we're mixing around 2 tons of the products, of the ingredients. We want to make 2 tons total ingredients, which will take us probably around 3 weeks to feed the chicken. So I'm cutting off the ties that were used to tie up the bags, and 2 of my guys are assisting me loading them from our makeshift store. As you can see, at the far end of that there is a new construction going on, and that construction is where now we expect to store feeds in future. Alright, so you can see the green basin there. I know some of you may be wondering why it's there, but that basin or bucket is there so that we disinfect our feet as we are going as we are stepping on the canvas where we'll be mixing all our feeds. So for these, the best ideal place to mix your feeds actually is in our room that is confined, so that wind cannot blow different components in. You will not have components coming in from outside the environment and all that, so you'll have much control if you do this mixture in your storage in a small room, or if you have a big store, which you'll be doing probably for the next mixtures, then you'll have that opportunity to avoid any other external effects of the environment affecting your feed. So for these, because I don't have everything set up at the moment, but we'll be having them in the next few weeks, so I'll be doing this outside, and that is the best approach that we were taking. So what we've done, as you can see, there's one bag that is outside the canvas. Okay, so that bag I've stored it there because that includes has items, as these what to call them, concentrates, which I don't want to mix them now. There we'll pour them later on. We'll be pouring those concentrates later on. So what I did is basically put them aside. That includes salt, layers, growers premix, which is growers concentrate, and other ingredients which I'll be sharing shortly, which is like lysine, methionine, coccidiostat, and all that. Okay, so we are mixing that we'll mix that in a separate section, and then once we have everything figured out, then with everything opened and all that, then we can be able to add those ingredients at the top. Now I'll take a short while to explain to you some of the ingredients that we have in our feed, some of the ingredients that we use in our feeds, and one of those is we will be using a lot of fish meal. So for my around 1.7 ton, 1.9 tons, actually around 2, because if you add other ingredients it brings it to around 2 tons. So what is included there? You may be asking yourself, what is included in this? What is included in these ingredients that I'm mentioning? So I'll quickly go through them. So one of them is we are using 90 kilograms of fish meal, which we call it omena. And this fish meal, when you're going to ask those shops, you ask them to give you the fish meals that have shells in them. Okay, then we have whole maize, that is the white corn, whole maize. Then we have wheat bran. People call it wheat bran. I call it wheat bran. Okay, so wheat bran is basically some of those components that come outside wheat when it's being refined. Okay, then we have sunflower cake. Sunflower cake, of course, we know once they want to make the sunflower oil, what they do is they press the sunflower, and then what remains is the sunflower cake. Then we have lime. Lime is basically crushed, it's very small particles of lime. Then we have maize bran. Okay, maize bran. And then we have salt. Then we have growers premix, that is what is included there. Then we have lysine. Then we have methionine. Then we have toxin binder. So toxin binder, what happens is, because as you can see, we are using a lot of grains, which is a lot of whole maize and all that, so it may have all these aflatoxins and all that. So basically we are using that to mix it in the feed to actually like bind this toxin and break it down. Okay, so you must have this. So toxin binder. So then we have DCP. Okay, we have DCP in that. Then we have what we call then we have, after DCP, we have what is called coccidiostat. This is really important, especially for these small chickens, that prevents them from getting the coccidiosis disease. Then we have DCP in the mixture as well. So that is what entails all of this mixture that I have. So I will be sharing with you details of specific components and their benefits and why you need them included in your mixture. Alright, okay? So everything is cleared. So everything is removed from the bags that were packed by the miller that actually sent this feed to me, okay, to my farm. So now what we are doing here is basically we are creating small, let me call them hills. On these small hills, the reason we are doing that is because now we want to keep on turning, actually moving small patches and creating another hill as we are mixing. And what we'll be doing is pouring at the top of the hill every spade of feed that we scoop, so that now it spreads all the way down to the bottom, and you get all these different layers piling up. And then as you continue mixing up, everything starts mixing up and having everything in one place. So now it's just we are piling them up to create one hill, and ensure that you have enough canvas if you're outside, or something that like hema, so ensure that you have that enough of canvas that you can be using now to mix your food. Because I think one of the things that I didn't have here, I think for this I underestimated it. We're supposed to have around 3 of those hemas. That's why you see one of my guys, what he's going to do there is basically going to add a sack, okay, a nylon sack, so that now the feed does not overflow to the other side. Now, so we are going to the next step now, which is now mixing the feed. And now this is where now we are moving the feed from the previous hill that we created, and we are scooping it from the bottom, then pouring everything at the top, create that small, say it again, I'll call it hill for the purpose of this video. I don't let me call it hill, because a hill of chicken feed. Okay, so as you can see that you see some particles are black, dark particles, and all that gets spread across around that lump that we are creating. Okay, so we'll continue mixing like this. I think we'll do this around 4 or 5 times, continuously creating different hills of I feel so bad using that works. So as we continue creating, moving it from one section to the other, creating different lumps. Let me call them lumps. Okay, so you'll find that we get pretty good mixture. So we continue like this for around 5 or 6 or 7 times. Then what we'll do, because this day we were actually preparing rain, say we had that the signs of rain falling, so basically we are doing everything quickly. So what we did is actually we decided to mix everything and then leave it to dry, because one of the most important thing that we need is we need to have all this feed without any moisture. The last thing you want to have in your chicken feed is moisture. So yesterday when the ingredients were being brought to the farm, it rained heavily, and some, especially the fish meal, was rained on. So that is why we decided that we are going to actually dry the fish meal. Now we dried everything. This is after around 2 hours, and we had dried everything. Okay, and what we decided to do now is basically packaging of the feeds. Okay, so we decided to package the feeds. So I know some of you may be asking, why package the feed? It's already feed from that you made yourself. So what we are doing is we like, basically, for better storage, because we have a small room. Like I said, we don't have a lot of storage, so we are actually finalizing on creating our store, building our store. So what we are doing here is basically having it into small batches that we can be able to carry ourselves, and then also we can be able to arrange them and organize them well in that storage room, so that you have everything just organized, so just to reduce clutter. Now this comes this brings in a point where I mentioned that you need actually, when you're making your own feed, one of the other things that you need to ensure you have is you have proper storage. So proper storage is where, if your storage room is made of concrete floors, so what you need to do is basically you need to have pellets. You can create your own pellets with wooden pellets, or you can buy pellets from the stores. I prefer actually making stuff for myself in the farm. So what we'll do is you create those pellets yourselves, and then you can actually place your feed on top of those pellets, so that it doesn't get damp, or it doesn't get that cold temperature, and that leads to basically your feed getting bad. So as you can see here, we are carrying the feeds now to the chicken house, to the storage room, which is actually on the other side where the chicken house is. I think I showed you on the previous video where I was showing you the feeds that we already made. So we're carrying them there, and our task there is done. As simple as that. Actually, it's really simple, and you can be able to make your own feed. You can be able to mix your own feed. So I know some of you will ask, okay, what happens if the feed, you cannot, where can I get the ingredients for the feeds? You can get the ingredients from some of these millers. So I get my ingredients from Kitale. Okay, it's the nearest biggest town after actually close to my farm. It's almost like 30 kilometers from the farm. So I get my ingredients from that farm. I know other millers will get the ingredients from the nearby country, Uganda, which is really close again from where my farm is. It's almost around, using different routes that you can use to Uganda. It's probably around 400 kilometers, but I don't have the means to do that. So basically I use whatever is available on my end that is cheap as possible. And one thing that you should note is, the more you buy, the bulk of feeds you buy, it cuts down the cost of feeds that you'll be feeding your chicken. Like for these, I bought the 2 tons, okay, at around 70,000. Last time I bought 1 ton at around 40,000 Kenya shilling. So you can see at around 40,000, yes. So I saved around 10,000 just by buying enough bulk of the feeds. Okay, so I think that is it in terms of making your own feed. Alright, so as we wrap up this video, as we conclude, I'd like to kindly request you guys, if this video has been informative to you, if you've seen value in it, I'd like to ask you to smash that like button, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. I'll share the links in the video description. If you need me to give you details of ingredients that you can use and alternatives if it's not grown in your area, please comment below, comment in the video below, send me that comment and ask me those questions so that I can be able to know what next content to give you guys, and I will be able to provide you content for that, alternatives for chicken feed. And other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching our channel. I hope it's been really helpful to you, and I hope you'll be able to grow your farm and have success in your farm. All the best until the next video, guys.